Once upon a time in a little town, there lived a cat named Oliver. He was a gray tabby with soft fur that shimmered under the sun, and his eyes were a pale green, like the leaves of trees in spring. But despite his beautiful appearance, Oliver was a sad cat. Oliver had once been a happy kitten, born to a loving family who adored him. He would chase after strings, leap at shadows, and curl up in their laps as they watched TV. Life was simple, and he had everything a kitten could want: affection, food, a warm bed, and the comfort of being surrounded by his family. But one fateful winter, things changed. Oliver's family had to move to a new town, far away from the home he knew. They left in a hurry, and although they promised to come back, they never did. His family had moved into a tiny apartment, and overwhelmed with the stress of adjusting, they could no longer keep him. They left him with a neighbor who seemed nice enough, but the neighbor's apartment was cold, small, and filled with strange smells. Oliver was confused and frightened. Where were the children who used to play with him? Where was his warm bed? Where was the love? Days turned into weeks, and Oliver waited. He waited by the door, hoping to hear the familiar sound of his family's voices, the click of the front door opening. But it never came. The neighbor fed him, but it wasn't the same. The neighbor didn't talk to him the way his family had, didn't pet him and laugh at his little antics. The loneliness grew heavier. Soon, the neighbor's attention began to fade. Oliver was often left alone in the small apartment, with no one to care for him. The loneliness sank deeper into his heart, and Oliver's once lively eyes became dull, and his movements slow. He would lie in the corner of the room, staring out the window at the world. He heard the sounds of children playing outside, but he couldn't bring himself to join them. His world had become smaller and colder with each passing day. As the months went by, Oliver became a ghost of the playful kitten he once was. He missed the warmth of his family's touch, the sound of their voices. He would sometimes find his old favorite toy hidden in a corner, a little stuffed mouse, and he would nudge it with his paw, but it was never quite the same. The joy he once felt when chasing it had faded, replaced with a heavy sadness that he couldn't shake. One quiet afternoon, the neighbor noticed Oliver. Sitting by the window again, his eyes fixed on the street below. The neighbor walked over, bent down, and stroked the cat's fur softly.